Hello everyone. It is Friday, August 13th, 2021. It's 8:33 a.m. and it's 19 degrees Celsius. On this video, I have an important errand to run. Basically, I have to fill some paperwork because my dad got me a job for Nova Scotia Health for election day for the poll stations that I'm going to be constantly cleaning things. And it's 11 hours and it's only that one day. So we're currently walking west on Uniacke Street. This would be almost called Uniacke Square. I normally don't film at 8 o'clock in the morning, but I have something important to do today, so I thought I would bring this video to you guys. So I basically had to get up a bit early and then just go to bed a little bit early. So normally I'm in bed usually at 2 a.m. and I'm usually awake at 10. So kind of foggy, so you can hardly see Dartmouth. Sorry guys, my watch was vibrating. My dad was texting me, but I can get to him later. Hold on guys, my dad is calling me, so I'm just gonna stop and I'll come back. Sorry about that guys. My dad literally had a wash going and he couldn't leave the house with it on, so kinda just gotta take my time here, so I'll just walk a bit slower than my usual speed. Still same video, except I just had to break it up because my Fitbit was vibrating a couple times, and then I started getting a phone call, so I just had to literally stop for a sec. I know what I can do. I'll walk around my Joesph Howe School. This was my old school when I was in grade preschool, and I went there till grade 6. And it is on the corners of Crichton and Maynard Street. And you're still in the north end of Halifax. So this was my old elementary school. I used to go there for So just to kill some time, we'll just walk a little bit around here, okay? I normally don't walk on a school property with my camera, but whatever. Ooh, this mural here is nice. So basically, physical distancing is still in place, mask required, and how to wear your mask. Black History Matters. You notice they have some new playground equipment here. Please respect the park equipment in surrounding area. I don't know if you can kind of see this off in the distance, but that's one of the towers in downtown Halifax. I think that's the Barrington Tower, because that's one of the tallest towers that's connected to the Scotia Square Mall, because that has 18 stories and all the others have 14. The Duke Tower has 14, and the Cogswell Tower has 14, except that has 5 parking levels attached. So just to kill some time, I'm just kind of browsing through. I don't go to this school anymore, but I used to a long time ago. Still got a social distance. And this is 2557 Maynard Street. Ooh. I love this mural here. I'll show you. JHS Community Love. Oh, more construction, of course. There's always a lot of construction always happening in Halifax. Maynard Suites. Yeah, they're building more condos, of course. They're always putting small buildings up in the city. Yeah, I'm just giving you a tour around Joesph Howe School. It's on my way to where I need to go. Remember down here there used to be some playground equipment? Well, basically all this is the staff parking. A walk to downtown Halifax from here would be about approximately 15 minutes or so. $10 to 15 minutes at the most. I mean, you're not far from it at all. So we just kind of looped around the whole perimeter of the school. And that over there is the gymnasium. I forgot to mention that in my video. I don't know if you can see this again from here, but that's part of the Halifax Convention Center. Actually, I think that's the Sutton Place Hotel, because that's connected to Rogers Square in the Convention Center. Like, you're almost in the middle of the Halifax Peninsula. Like, you know, shopping close by, public transportation, downtown Halifax, entertainment, restaurants. You're almost everything at your fingertips. Sorry guys, I didn't know what those people were saying. I think they were just talking to those little kids. But basically, if you're living close to downtown Halifax, you have almost everything at your fingertips. Parks, trails, public transit, anywhere you need. Anything you need at your, what is more important is at your fingertips. I'm just gonna go zigzags, okay? Just because. Actually, I'll call this Halifax morning walk, because I don't get out too often in the morning filming. And one of my goals is I want to get out late at night, see if I can record like downtown Halifax, seeing what those restaurants were like, just because my mom did it one time and I was away and I couldn't watch it right off the bat because I had no internet. Yeah, you would wonder what downtown Halifax would look like past midnight, because bars are open till like 2 o'clock almost. So I'm just gonna take my time a little bit. Actually, let's go to Citadel High School. Show you guys that. I meant to make a video of that yesterday and showing you guys all about that school. Like, you're in downtown Halifax, you're like a 20-minute walk to the Point Pleasant Park. You're very close to the public gardens. Like, you're just literally 3 minutes away from it. Scotia Square, less than 10 minutes, about 5 minutes if you just keep following Cogswell Street. The waterfront, 10 minutes because you can walk through the pedway system to get there. If you entered Scotia Square off of Cogswell Street. Because you can actually walk to the parking garage, take the elevator, the stairs down to parking level 1, because I always start with parking level 3. So basically you just go down a couple flights. And you have everything at your fingertips at that school. Like, you are in downtown Halifax, you're close to restaurants, entertainment. Literally, you're just across the street to Citadel Hill. Just around the corner of the North and South Commons. Just a great place to be. So we're heading south. I didn't tell you guys that, so. I know I had to kind of hang up earlier, but I had a phone call from my father. Oh yeah, Master Auto. That's a place where you can get like your car fixed or tires changed. Looks like they're doing something with that car right over there, if you could see. I'm not a morning person to be walking, but I just got something to do, so that's why I'm just filming this for you. Hornet guys, sorry. When I was a little kid, I got stung by one. It hurt. Oh my goodness, did it ever hurt. Getting stung by any hornets, oh my god, they hurt so much, don't they? Getting stung hurts, and I know what that feels like, people. I got stung by one when I was a kid. Oh my god, did it ever hurt. Well, this street is one way for traffic, but for walking, not so much. Walking, you can go either direction. So we're coming up to Cunard Street. We're gonna go on that street. I had to detour around the thing because they're closing up. They closed a couple parts off the sidewalks. They're always doing some kind of work on the. But you remember back in May where everything was closed? They should have done it back then. May was like the best month to do things. Being avoided traveling. Being told to avoid travel, I should have said that actually. Mural here. Actually, this morning walk is put to my advantage, actually. This is good for me. This is good. Yeah, look, see, they got that part closed because they're doing work, and then they're building the second phase of the Willow apartments, condos. Also, that's a closed sidewalk. So we just left Maynard Street. Now we're walking west on Cunard Street. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, when you're at elementary, when you're at Joesph Howe School to get to the Commons, you're literally just like a 7-minute walk. Super close. Citadel High School, it's just a couple of minutes away on your feet. Yeah, so literally both schools are so close to each other. And then you got Oxford School going in the West End. Actually, Oxford School is in the West End. And that would be about a 10-minute walk to the commons from there. Like I said, Halifax is a small city. It's easy to get to places, you know. Thank goodness the cars stop. Some drivers just keep going. So here's the Halifax Commons. There's the Oval. You realized I haven't gone skating for a while. Oh my goodness, my dad's still texting me again. That Mr. Texting Machine. I'll get to him whenever I can, okay? Once I'm finished this video, I will just cut it off and then get back to him. I don't mind when he messages me, people. It's just when I'm filming, because if I keep posting on YouTube, I'll get more likes, comments, more subscribers. Because I always tell people, I always put on those end screens to always subscribe if they can. I last checked, I had almost over 360, was it? Basically, my dad is climbing Shabukto Hill. You probably know that hill is hard to climb. It's so steep. But once you get past Munford Road, it's not as hard. Yeah, when you get old, it'd be hard to climb steep hills. I'm not kidding you. Yeah, in case if you're wondering what I'm going to be doing Sunday, I'm going to be working that one day, so I'm not going to be able to do anything for you guys. But on the other days, I'll do so. I might actually sleep in Monday if I want, I don't know, because depending on how tired I'll be, because if I'm working 11 hours, yeah, that's going to be a lot. Being on my feet from 8 o'clock in the morning till night, oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna see how much fun I'm gonna have with that one. So this is Cogswell Street. So basically that's the start of downtown Halifax, my mom said. So once we keep heading south past this street, we're in downtown. And then Scotia Square would be on your left. So just about a 5-minute walk from here, 5-6 minutes. You're really not far at all. I mean, you have to walk on a hill, of course. It's downhill, thankfully. Well, thankfully for some people that are watching this video. Go to the roundabouts. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, you're so close to Centennial Pool. That's it right over there. You would wonder when I'm gonna do a live stream next. If I'll ever do one. I don't know. I don't usually do that. Well, I do because I have Instagram, my live stream on there. Actually, I know what we'll do. Let's walk around a little circle. Let's circle around Citadel Hill. The school, I should say. So this is basically considered Halifax Central. I mean, you're really getting close to downtown, you know. Yeah, let's take a little circle around here. So this is all you can do video, if you want to call it that. So we'll just do a little circle around this here. Yeah, you're literally almost in the middle of everything in Halifax at this area. Once you get like past Winter Street, you're pretty much right in the center of everything. And that's going towards the West End. So here's my old school now. This is my high school. I mentioned that in my last videos. Oh, Johnny Strides just uploaded a video walking through the Scarborough Mall. I was never at that mall anyways. I've never been to Scarborough. And they're building over there some kind of parking garage. You can see the crane. And I think where I'm gonna stop this video is Robie and Windsor. I mean, no. Wait, Robie and North Street. Just at that intersection. About another 10 minutes or so. 10 to 15. Because you're noticing I'm just walking a little slower with my camera. Yeah, straight ahead is Citadel Hill. So we know that's right next to this school. So that's number one. Close. Oh my goodness, look how steep that is. Okay, now that we're at the Citadel Hills parking lot. Yeah, you saw that we went to my elementary school. Yeah, that's not too far from here, honestly. Not at all. Oh my goodness, these flies around me sometimes are annoying. I brought my external power bank just in case. Well, I always keep that with me at all times when I go out. And I'll tell you why, because sometimes my battery likes to drain very fast on me. My dad has to keeps forgetting to make an appointment to go to Apple to get that looked at. It's probably because it's an old phone, and when phones get old, the battery starts wearing out quicker. Yeah, that could be the thing. Old phones, you know, they don't last forever with the battery. If I had to put it in a cold spot, that would kill the battery instantly. Then when I have to check it out, I'll be like 1%. It's 9:06 if you asked. So we just made a circle where we just went right now, but now we're gonna go to where I need to go now. Oh, we'll just take a shortcut around the oval. There's no one skating on it, so why not? My Dartmouth video was the last video you saw, and you commented saying thanks for the walk, so I did a morning walk for a change. I know I don't do morning walks very often, but I thought I would do one just because I gotta run an errand that I gotta fill out some paperwork. And I said, you know what? We'll go film a walk video in the morning. Normally I'm not out at 9 o'clock in the morning. Normally I'm just home playing games and watching TV, doing a bit of house chores, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, see, there's no one here, so basically this is a good time to get out. So we currently just started like at Uniacke Street. Then I had to stop getting close to Charles Street because then I had a phone call. It was just a small one, thank goodness. Thankfully next week the weather's going to be good because we need a lot more good weather here because we're always getting a lot of rain days, you know. They're always saying a chance of rain, you know. And we're just not really getting too much sun. So many days the weather's just a piece of crap. Guys, I really hate to do this. My dad just said, how are you doing? I'm just gonna stop it here, then we'll just continue on. I'm back. Part 3, I know. My dad was just literally asking how I was doing. I should have told him I was making a walk-in video, but I didn't. Whoops. Thankfully, the video editor app I have, I can jam all the videos in one piece that I had to break up. And this is part 3. But the good thing is with my editor app, I can always trim out segments of the video that I don't want. But I don't have to do that because I've been pretty lucky. If I'm going to be at red lights for a long time, I will definitely cut that out. Just because it's long. Some of the red lights are always long to wait at. Yeah, well, so far I've walked 6K steps. That's good. That's a good start for the morning so far. Considering it's only Friday, so that's 2 days down. Now I'm at my mom's house. We're not too far from the end, so I don't care. So once I get to North and Robie, I'm gonna cut it off. Oh no, this is the light here that's gonna take a while. Reason one, the green light there goes. Number two, you get the green arrow that points to the left, and then when that turns red, you go straight. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. Actually, you know what? I can just cross over here if I want. So I think that's where I'm gonna... I really hate those red lights that take so long, especially when I'm recording a video. I always have to trim those segments out. I could just pause the video or just stop it, start a new one, but not gonna do that. And there's no cars going in the left lane, so I'm good. And there's Tony's Pizza. That's world famous pizza in Donaire. Yeah, I kind of figured we have to sit here. But there's no traffic on the left lane, so... Luckily this was a quick one, so... There we go. So I guess I don't have to worry about trimming that out. It wasn't too long. Well, the long red lights can be helpful when you want to give your legs a rest, especially when you walk so much, you know. Sometimes you have to give your legs a little rest. Yeah, I'm going to be stopping the video in just a few minutes here. That's my next set of lights. So we're not too far from it. Sorry if I had to keep cutting some parts off. My father was like texting me. Should have told him I was recording so that way he wouldn't, but I didn't. Oh, well, it's okay. So this is Charles Street. Someday I would like to learn how to draw a map for my videos and put that at the beginning. The question is, how can I do that? I don't want to run with this thing while it's recording because I'll shake the camera. But my dad just finally made his destination, so I'm coming. So we're back down to Charles Street here. So we just went down there not too long. That's where my old school was. I'm glad my battery's holding up. I'm not even using the power bank. Well, I had this I fully charged this up last night, so I don't have to bother. And this is the intersection where we're gonna stop. Alrighty guys, we're gonna stop the video here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video whenever I decide to film next.